my business was a little bit flat. Last month, my volume went up $400,000. That's a lot of increase. That means a lot of you had to increase. That means a lot of people all over the United States, all over the world, all over Japan had to increase. Because about 80% of the company is in my group, so if I went up, everything went up. And so we have some powerful things going on. Secrets of the most successful networkers. Shall we talk about some secrets here of the most successful networkers? All right. Isn't that a neat picture that my wife found online? I love that. I love that picture. You can find that online somewhere. I don't know where, but you can go to Getty Images and find that if you want. That's a good image. Okay. The most common responses, when I ask people for secrets of the most successful networkers, when I ask them that question, these are some of their answers. And these are really good answers, but it's not the most important answer, but they're all really good answers. These are great, like I say at the bottom, these are great character traits, but they're really not the best answer. But let's talk about these really important things, because these are great character traits. Drive. Are you driven? Are you driven to succeed? That second thing is, that second thing, do you have a clear vision of what you want? We talked about that in the car last night, that a lot of people don't have a clear vision. We talk to them and we say, what's your goal? And they'll say, to make a lot of money. Okay, I doubt if there's anybody in the world that doesn't want to make a lot of money. Make a lot more money. But that's not a really good goal. What's your goal specifically? What's your goal? How much more money? Or what do you want to use the money for? Get something a little bit more specific than I want to be real successful, or I want to make a lot of money. Let's get something very, very, much more specific than that. So having a clear vision is really important. Belief in themselves. This is a problem for a lot of people. There's a problem with belief in themselves, and you know what the biggest problem in the belief in yourself is? People don't have enough belief in themselves to talk about money. So all they do is talk about product, because they just don't have enough belief in the future, belief in themselves to talk about money. I'd ask you to talk equally about money and about product. Learn to talk about product. Just recently, I brought in some very, very large networkers from another company. Some very, very successful people from another company. If I would have sent them a bottle of mangosteen or a glimpse lotion thing and told them to try it, and if they liked it, I had something else I wanted to talk to them about, they wouldn't be in Zango today. I guarantee you, they would not be in Zango today. I guarantee you that. They wouldn't be in Zango today. I did something different. I said, you have the opportunity today to be part of the greatest movement of the next 10, 15, 20 years. The green movement is going to be one of the biggest movements in history of our world, this green movement. You have the chance to be with the company that's going to be on the front edge, the cutting edge, the ground floor of that huge green movement. You have a chance to be part of a company that's going to own the non-toxic story in that green movement. We're going to own it. You have a chance to be part of that. People that are on the front end of movements, they become millionaires. They're the ones that become the millionaires, and this movement is just starting. And my company, the company I'm with, we're going to dominate the non-toxic, the home part of that movement. You have the chance to be in that spot. You want to hear more about it? They said yes. They said yes. And so I talked to them a little bit about the green movement, about non-toxicity, about what we're doing. And they joined, then more joined, and then more joined, and almost every leader of that company is coming into Zango right now. I'm telling you something, if you know, and I didn't do that with generalities. I did that with a very specific presentation. I had a very clear vision of that presentation. I also believed in myself. I knew that I could tell the right story, and I knew that I could get the job done. And I made it, notice what I did? I made it a money statement. I wasn't afraid to talk about money. And it's not only because I'm making a lot of money right now, even when I got into Zango and I wasn't making any money, I still talked about money. I had enough belief in, what happened? Okay, I had enough belief in myself. I knew I'd be making money later on, and so I wasn't afraid to talk about it. So, that belief in yourselves is very, very important. Passion, write things down, written goals, product expertise. Yes, you want to talk about money, but I have product expertise too. If somebody asks me what a xanthone is, I can explain it. If somebody asks me what non-toxicity means, I can explain it. If somebody asks me what propylene glycol is, one of the petrochemicals that's toxic, I can explain it. If somebody asks me, just different questions about products, I can explain it. It should only take us a little while to get our product expertise down. Like you hear the expression probably, this isn't rocket science. It's not. We just need to know a little bit about the mangosteen juice, about the mangosteen plant, a little bit about xanthones that make it up, a little bit about petrochemicals and preservatives and that make our products toxic. Just a little bit of information there can make you wealthy, can make you rich. Just having a little bit of product expertise. You do not have to be a walking, talking encyclopedia of health, nutrition, the mangosteen, non-toxicity. You don't have to be a walking encyclopedia. Just a few key things will be all you need to do. And if you really know what to learn there, it can take you a relatively short time to pick that up. Be unstoppable. There is in fact a book written, and that was the name of it, Unstoppable. It was 45 stories of great people throughout the world that started with nothing. Some of them had declared bankruptcy 3, 4, and 5 times in their life, and yet they became president of American Airlines, or yet they became some of the largest real estate developers in the history of the world, or they became some of the great marketers in the history of the world. They were unstoppable. A whole book was written on that. Just be unstoppable. And I think that's my best thing is no matter what problem hits me, I just go through it. It doesn't bother me. I'm unstoppable. And if we can help kind of develop that trait within us, we'll be much better. Determination. So, those are great character traits, but here's the real key. Okay? The real key that's the secret of the great networkers is our skill sets. Being able to develop specific skills, our skill sets, specific skills that make things happen. Look at baseball players. Look at baseball players, the difference in their skill sets. They play the same game, they use the same ball, they pretty much use the same bats, but some of them develop way better skills than others. They're doing kind of the same thing, but they operate at different levels. And because of that, some of them make a few $1,000s a month, and some of them make millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars a month.